Each summer, we're asked to participate in a business-to-business sidewalk event in the office complex Lighthouse operates in. We're located in a technology center called the Landmark Center in central Kelowna, and as a chiropractor in a mainly financial and tech center, it can get confusing for other businesses why we're located there. It makes perfect sense to us because we're here to serve the people in the Landmark buildings, but to the accountants, lawyers, and software programmers, it seems strange. Even though most of the people I spoke to didn't have neck pain or back pain, they all had one thing in common: forward head posture. So forward head posture, or FHP, is when your head sits forward on your rib cage. Now, in the corrective chiropractic world, we've coined the term technology neck to describe this posture. The reason I wanted to talk about FHP is that there's some disturbing research around FHP and the long-term impact to you and your children's health. Dr. Alf Brigg published a groundbreaking textbook called Adverse Mechanical Tension in the Central Nervous System. And what Dr. Brigg showed on dissection is that when the human spinal cord is flexed forward like that, it can stretch up to 5 to 7 centimeters. More recently, FHP has been associated with decreased oxygen flowing to the brain, and it's been discussed that FHP may even be a risk factor in early onset dementia like Alzheimer's and even Parkinson's disease. I also find it concerning that this same mechanical tension or damage was also studied by a physician in the late 1960s surrounding the birth process. Dr. Abram Tobin, who was working in the neuropathology department at Harvard, published a series of articles on traumatic birth impact on the infant spinal cord and how he felt it led not only to cord damage, but damage to the infant brain. The research was really compelling. So what does this have to do with you and I? Well, if you spend time in front of technology, whether that's a desktop, laptop, phone, if you spend time driving in a vehicle, then you're at risk. If you sit at work, you're at risk. If you run a daycare or a teacher or are bending over students or desks, then you're at risk. Basically, FHP is a modern day epidemic, and the consequences of this research is really important. And that's independent of neck pain or headaches. You can have FHP and not have any symptoms currently. But, can't you just exercise that out of me? Well, a lot of people have tried. And I'm never going to downplay quality exercise, but I've seen way too many x-rays of people with good posture on the outside, but bad posture on the inside. So the only way you really know if your spinal cord is doing okay is to have a careful checkup by a doc that can properly assess the status of your spine. If you already have neck pain, headaches, sore shoulders, or tight traps, then you're likely further along with the progress of the spinal cord stretching, and it would be critical to get that checked. The long-term consequences of just covering up the symptoms with medication or other types of short-term fixes is just not worth it. So if you're in the Kelowna or greater Kelowna area, then give us a call. If you're not from the Okanagan, then check out this directory to doctors who have trained specifically to assess and diagnose spinal disorders like FHP. And if you've got concerns or questions, I want to let you know that all of our professionals at Lighthouse have a free 15-minute consultation phone call or an in-office 15-minute consult where you can ask us any question about your health, and we'll try our best to get you pointed in the right direction. Send us an email or call us to request an assessment with our doctors or our nutritionist, and we'll talk to you soon.